Hi, I'm Leanne Slaton.
And I'm Brittany Davis, and we're the House Sisters.
Sisters selling houses.
Yep, that's what we do. Okay, so today we are here with Jill and Chris. They are the owners of Total Sculpting here in Elk Grove, and we are actually working together. They are helping support our fall charity event this year that we are doing, benefiting the Firefighters Burn Institute at McConnell Estates, October 21st, 6 to 10. Get your tickets. We wanted to sit down with them because they have a lot of great stories, a lot of great motivators. Just the fact that, you know, a woman in business, owning her own business and being able to persevere through a lot of things. And same with Chris, he's got a great story behind it. But we just wanted to sit down with local business and share their story and really just support you guys and whatever you need. And we're so thankful for you guys to be supporting our cause and helping the firefighters. So we're just so grateful for that. And so thank you for being here.
Thank you. We're grateful for you guys. We're happy to help. And with the Firefighters Burn Institute, I was telling you earlier, Brittany, that I think I told you too, Leanne, that it hits home with me because my parents were both firefighters. So I'm really excited to help you guys out with that.
Yeah, she was even telling me that this morning that her mom was a firefighter. Her dad was for
Yes.
Your dad?
He was the apparatus specialist.
Apparatus specialist,
Yeah.
and your mom was a legit firefighter.
EMT, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Wow.
Such like great like inspiration, like that doesn't matter what it is that you want to do, think you can't do, like just do it. If you're got passion behind it, you definitely can make it happen. And I feel like, I know I've said this on like our previous podcast, but like I feel like I'm truly stepping into like this power of if you can dream it, you can achieve it. And I feel like growing up, people kind of fed that to us as kids. And I got to like a point in my life where I was like, that's not true. They just tell everybody that. Like, It's just my mom being biased, like, you know, and I'm truly finding like as I'm stepping into real estate full time and doing this, like I'm actually successful because as much as you dream it, you can achieve it as long as you're passionate about it and can persevere through any of those hardships that kind of come along the way.
Stay consistent.
Show
up every day.
And so we're just really wanting to sit down with Jill and Chris because they are, you know, two people that have lived through a lot of things, and I would want your story to be shared so that someone listening hopefully can take away like, I can do it. Let's do it. Let's go.
Yeah. And I agree with you 100%. I think that if you want to do something, that you just need to do it and put everything you have into it. I think you can do anything.
Yeah.
And Chris taught me a lot of that too.
I think if you asked us 5 years ago, but this is what we'd be doing, I'd laugh at your face.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, because the thing about it is like, you know, we came from a fitness background. So like, you know, Jill's been doing it for 15 years. I've been doing it for 35 plus years, and that's all we've done. Yeah. So helping people and getting in shape, and, you know, anywhere from people that are overweight, people that are competing in a bodybuilding show. We've done it all. So that's our background.
So you started competing, and you were, what were the resignations that you've held? I
started competing. I remember back when I was a freshman year in high school and I told people I was going to be a bodybuilder, they laughed at me because I was a 98-pound wrestler. And you can count bones coming off my side. So imagine this little kid flexing in the mirror, you know. So that was me. And when I told people that, they laughed at me because there was never any Asian bodybuilders and never any professional pros. So I just I didn't really care about the naysayer. You know, basically every single year I put on 5 to 7 pounds. Every year 5 to 7 pounds. And I did my first show when I was 17 years old, and I took home first place overall and best poser, and I was hooked right after.
That was your first competition?
Yeah. What a way to start.
Yeah.
I was 17 years old, and then I won the Mr. Natural Universe when I was 19. And I originally did the teenager division, but I was like, you know what, let me do the men's too. So I won both class.
Oh my gosh.
So I was a Mr. Teenage and Open Mr. Universe my freshman year. When I was 19 years old. And so from there, I just kind of stayed consistent. I mean, 21 years old, I won the Mr. California. And then from there, I won the Mr. USA. Then I won the national and then got my pro card. And then I competed in my first pro show when I was 31 years old.
Wow.
And
So that was
That's a lot
last
of
year?
Years
Yeah.
building up to that, though.
so
you know.
16 years. So imagine 16 years of persistent and consistent. And the most days I've ever taken off from working out was 1 to 2 days over the weekend. That was it in
Wow.
16 years. But I
That's
wanted,
just the working out aspect because you're totally committed to a diet.
yeah, that's
to-
the diet's 75%.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
you know, bodybuilding is a 24-hour-a-day job. It's not like any other sport where you get a break. When you're a bodybuilder, you eat, sleep, you know, breathe. So everything just has to be consistent that way. And then, but that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to do. And it didn't, you know, it took me 16 years to turn pro. But when I did turn pro, it was like that well, you know, you keep pushing the well, keep pushing the well, keep pushing the well, no water come out. Keep pushing it, no water come out. Keep pushing it. Finally, it exploded, right?
Nice.
Well, that's how it was. When I did turn pro 4 months later, I competed in my first pro show and against the Giants. There's no weight class. So I'm competing against guys that are like 300 pounds on stage.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
And here I am at 200 pounds.
200
And,
pounds?
Yeah, so that outweighed me by 100 pounds, like Ronnie Coleman. Ronnie Coleman's 8-time Mr. Olympia. You probably know who he is. Basically, they call him Big Nasty for a reason because he's about 302 on stage at 5'10".
How tall are you?
5'6",
Okay.
5'7".
Wow.
And so, yeah, so getting on stage for these guys and then taking top 3 and qualify for the Mr. Olympia and competing against with the freak of nature. So it's like a David and Goliath story, right?
Yeah.
But if you believe in something and you really, really want to make it happen, you will find a way. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what profession you want to do. You can make it happen.
That's
Love
such a
that.
crazy story.
That's really inspirational because, I mean, and I feel like waking up and doing this business every day and running this business like a business, you do hit like these road bumps and you get a lot of no's. And, you know, we're dealing with like a change in the real estate market right now and it can be discouraging, kind of get you down. But, you know, we have like our win the day. I don't know if you have something similar. So we have like
Yeah,
our
that drive, right?
yeah, and it's like a little like win the day. Like what do I have to do every day so that I feel like I'm putting into my business so that I will get out of it, you know, and just being consistent with that.
Small
5-6
small
days.
wins, right?
Totally. 5 calls a day, you know, 6 note cards, go to 2 networking events. It's all those small little steps that build up to this big ambition that is what creates your success, you know? So just hearing that from somebody who's in a completely different like industry, we're all so linked. It's also similar, you know, and it's just really inspiring to me.
Yeah.
And you even or tell us about like how you became or got into a wheelchair, like in your accident. Like how did that? And then
Yeah, so
how did
pretty
you
much almost
persevere
9
through that
years ago,
after that?
9 years ago. So like, you know, imagine being the #1 Asian bodybuilder on the planet overnight and like you're doing seminars all over the world. You're doing nutrition seminars, training seminars, guest posing at all the local bodybuilding shows. And then overnight, like basically everything comes to a halt. So what I mean by that is I went in for surgery about 9 years ago for an aorta surgery. And because they put a stent in and then it didn't hold up. So basically the blood flow was going around the stent versus through the stent. And I knew something major was happening. I felt like 1,000 pounds on my chest. And so I drove myself to the hospital.
Oh my God.
And then so
Of course you did.
I drove
Of course you
myself.
did.
I drove myself to Kaiser, and I sat in the parking lot, and I knew they didn't have a good cardiologist at the time, and then I decided to drive myself to Mercy downtown. After I'm sitting in the parking lot at
Contemplating.
Kaiser, going, you know what?
Like, I don't wanna die today.
If I go here, I know I'm gonna die because they don't have a good cardiologist. So I drove myself to Mercy General downtown, and then when I went in, my blood pressure was 240 over 180, and it was hypertension. They took me in on emergency right away, and they cut me from the back of my shoulder blade through my rib cage to the front of my stomach, so pretty much fillet me sideways, and basically fixed me the right way. And when I woke up, I had a spinal cord injury. I couldn't feel my legs, couldn't move my toes. And I was kind of halfway drugged up. So I thought, what? So I went and took the first step. I fall off the couch. And then I realized, you know what, I just couldn't believe it. You know, I sat there and just like, you know what? This can't really be happening to me right now. Right.
Coming from a man that's so active and yeah.
You said it was like the clock story where it wasn't moving.
Yeah, so the best way to explain a spinal cord injury is like looking at the clock and trying to move it with your eyes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's no movements, there's nothing. Matter of fact, I just had another scar on my shin, didn't even know, and it's all bloody until I looked down and realized that I had a
You cut yourself.
You nicked it on
myself
something.
because I couldn't feel it, you know. And that's just but I decided to, you know what, if I want to live life, and I remember the doctor coming in 2 days later because he went and did a seminar over there in New York, and it was sport athletes and aorta. And he says he looks on the big screen, and there I was on the big screen. And he came back, he was like, it was just surreal. He said, you know, you have a spinal cord injury, there's a chance you'll never walk again. And all I remember is telling him, I said, doctor, if walking is the only thing I have to do, I said, I'm gonna make that happen. I'm gonna live life. I'm gonna keep on going. I'm not gonna stop just because I have a spinal cord injury.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
So I decided 2019, being fat, out of shape, depressed,
Oh, I'm sure
down.
you
He
were
wasn't
fat.
really that.
yeah.
It was like an ostrich burying his head, and I realized, you know what? I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna do a wheelchair competition, a bodybuilding competition. So in a year, she's my backbone. She did all the weight taking off, weight putting it on, spotting me at the gym, doing everything, and helped me get into machines. Because when you have no base, no legs, it's very hard to get into these machines.
Yeah.
And I decided to challenge myself. I said, you know what? I'm going to do a bodybuilding competition because I need to get back in shape. And I came back, and in 1 year, we trained our butt off. And the transformation picture that I have is pretty crazy. So
Yeah, I'll need to see that.
yeah. So anyway, so I decided to come back, and we did a show, and I took second at the Arnold Classic bodybuilding championship. We got to hang out with Arnold.
Nice.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
then, we took third at the wheelchair bodybuilding Mr. Olympia. So, you know, I was the third best wheelchair bodybuilding in the world. Wow. And that was it. I just wanted to do it one time, challenge myself, and know that I can do it, and show other people that, you know what, no matter what trial and tribulation that you go through, you can get through anything if you put your mind to it. You might not be in ever the same shoes that you used to be,
Right.
but the shoes is the different shoes that you can actually wear and keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, and as a little background, our dad actually was in a car accident, and he is a quadriplegic. So this is super touching for us, and it's really nice to see a perspective from somebody else. Because our dad was an athlete too. He was, you know, even after his accident, my uncle would still bring him out to the beach. He'd still surf, you know.
They'd strap him up on a
Yeah.
surfboard.
Oh, I
and
love it.
Yeah. So he still
that.
did all that, and it's a beautiful story. Like, it's very encouraging, and definitely some bits I want to take back to Dad. So
Yeah, definitely.
it touches our heart for sure, because we've grown up with the dad in a wheelchair, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just an interesting story to hear from somebody else's perspective. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, thanks for
Chris
sharing
has
that.
actually helped other people too. He's got one guy driving that had an accident too. Yeah. Trained him.
I mean,
Yeah.
I tried. I mean, my thing is not everybody wants it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can only do what you can do.
Right.
But if I can help someone else, you know, get through it, and this guy was a correction officer. He fell off the ladder and broke his back, and so he, you know, I started helping him train, and then, you know, help him basically let him know that, hey, look, you know, get your license. I said, get your license. Because what happens when you have a spinal cord injury, they take your license away.
Because
Chris
they're like,
wasn't
you need to
having that. He
relearn.
wasn't having that.
I had to get my license all over again.
Wow.
So
I didn't
was
know that.
I was driving without a license for about 3 years.
Oh, wow.
You know, I just I went on Amazon, order some hand control, put it in my car, start driving around the neighborhood, and got brave enough to get on the slow lane on the freeway.
Oh, there you go.
And then finally on the main street. Because, you know, when you're used to using your feet, suddenly now you got to use your hand.
Your reaction is very different.
Yeah.
It's
Very,
like,
very different.
and I feel like the concept is you push to go.
So
And down.
And down
so you
to
pull it, and then that's on the gas, and then you push it, and that's on the brake.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And
Maybe Dad's was on backwards or something, because I remember it was like push to go. And like it was whoever set his up, which
Uncle.
Yeah.
But you know,
Man.
I just
got him driving.
the only reason why I went and finally got my license was because I got pulled over by a cop, and I showed him my license, my driver's license, but he didn't bust me for that. He busted me for no front license plate. So I'm like, this might be a sign that I better go get my license.
You're like, I'm lucky on this one. So.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so
But
funny.
you got him driving, right?
Yeah. I got him to finally drive, and he finally came and trained with me. Basically, without having his wife at the time drop him off.
Nice.
So that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Independence, you know?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta have it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so
Do you
important.
still train people?
You know what? I do.
Special
I do a couple
situations.
days a week. Just the people I really want to.
Yeah.
The one I don't.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I do it now because I want to do it, just because I still enjoy it. But other than that, I used to train a lot of people online, and then basically our garage is always filled up from the morning to evening, because we set up a home gym.
Yeah.
But now I do it because I enjoy it. That's it.
It's like a
You get to be
stress
selective.
reliever. Yeah.
Of your clients.
Exactly.
That's a nice place to be in business.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's the goal, right? To only work because you want to, not because you
Work
have
with
to.
the people you want
Yes.
to. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jill, tell us a little bit about the business here at Total Sculpting and what you guys kind of specialize in.
Yeah. So it actually started with Chris. So I wanted to do a bikini competition years back, and chose him for my coach. So, and then the rest was history from there. Right? He said that he never dated a client. Right?
I broke my own rule.
Until he did.
Yeah. So I actually met him when he was in the wheelchair, and he was opening up our gym in Sacramento. So it became ours. I started helping him try to run it. So, and that's when my journey started on, running a business and learning about that. And he taught me a lot. So we had the gyms and some transformation centers up in the Rockland, Roseville area. So we were helping people.
Nice.
And that's kind of where this all started, is that we really enjoyed seeing transformations and seeing people's lives change, because not only did their body change, but they started getting new jobs, and new
their
relationships.
mindset.
And we really enjoyed seeing that confidence in them and their life change. So that was our thing for a while. And we sold our last boot camp studio right before COVID hit, and we were going to just go completely online because we had a good following. We were doing good with that, moved closer to our family, so we moved here to Elk Grove. We converted our garage into a gym, and then somehow we started training clients in our garage, right?
Busy.
Down a gym to open a gym.
So we were training online and in our garage too. And then one day I came across the fat freezing and said, you know what, I can do this. I'm going to get certified in this. So I did. Talked to Chris about it. We thought it was a good idea. We started doing it actually out of our home. It grew from there. We
Yeah, it's
ended
still
up having
very
a
in
smaller
line.
location. We were in Old Town Elk Grove, so some people may know of that
Okay.
location. And we just grew so quickly, we ended up here over
Having
by
to
Target
expand.
on Laguna. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we definitely expanded. And we still offer the cryoskin. We now have 2 machines, which is the non-invasive fat loss treatments. So super safe. It's done with a wand. It actually reaches apoptosis, where it actually does kill the fat cells. They eliminate through the lymphatic system.
Can I ask that?
It's comfortable.
Okay.
But it is freezing cold. But
It
it's
is really
comfortable.
cold.
Cryo, I
It's
think.
cold.
Freezing.
I'm personally going through it, and
Yes.
it's so
I didn't know if
cold.
you wanted me to say anything.
No, I want to try it out. I was like, hey, I've got some baby loose
Yeah.
skin and like some stretch marks on my stomach from my
What's your experience from that?
9-pound baby. From the experience so far, like
yeah,
I've only
right.
done two sessions, but honestly, like after the first session, I've seen results. Like obviously one session, the results are probably minimal, but like already I've seen a little bit of more tighter skin. You know, the stretch marks are a little bit lighter, and the skin really is like my main thing. Like I feel like
the appearance and the
I was
tightness.
very fluffy before, and now the fluffiness is kind of like minimized a little
and with
bit.
CryoSkin, we do recommend a minimum of 5 treatments, depending on the individual, sometimes more. But it does help with losing inches. It helps with tightening the skin, reproduction of collagen, and it does improve stretch marks. So we don't like to promote that, but it actually does improve stretch marks, so which is good for moms. And my specialty is I really love helping ladies and moms. I'm a mom myself. Chris and I have blended family. We met when our kids were older. We have all boys. He has 2. I have 2.
But she turned this place into a ladies.
I turned it, yes. So since we have all boys, when you noticed when you came in, there's a lot of pink in here.
That's okay. I love it. The style is cute.
It's so cute in here.
Thank you.
Every room is decorated perfectly.
Thank you.
It's such a zen-ful area, but with like a cute feminine twist to it.
Thank you so much. We enjoy it here. I spend a lot of time here just because of that. It's just a good atmosphere. And we have a lot of other things that complement CryoSkin too. We have our cocoon slimming pod that offers the infrared and the heat because a lot of women like to detox. We have an infrared sauna, compression therapy, oxygen bar in the front. We have a 3D StyQ body scanner. And that you'll see your body in 3D. It measures your body fat, bone density, muscle mass.
We need
all
to do
different
that.
measurements of your body. Yeah, you guys need to try it. It's amazing. We love it. So we have a lot of things here that, are fun, and it's all about health and wellness. So we were really wanting to focus on health and wellness just because that was our background. A lot of CryoSkin owners put a lot of all cryo in their places, but a lot of women don't like all cold. They don't want to get in cold chambers. Men do, but women don't always want to get into cold chambers.
No.
Unless they're
tried it once.
Yeah.
It's cold.
And that's usually what happens. You try it once, but it's not one of those things where you're going to come in every week and get in a cold chamber. So Chris and I thought we would really focus on the health and wellness side of it because everybody's all about feeling and looking good. And especially since COVID, people come in and, they feel bad, because COVID, they put on some weight. So now we're here to help them. Yes.
Freshman 15.
I know. And I hear COVID 30. There's all these numbers. Yeah. So our mission is to try to make Elk Grove healthy and help people.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Right?
Yep.
Great mission.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're really excited to have found you guys and be able to test out your services, and also the fact that you give back so much to the local community for not only a healthy environment, a healthy body, but you're also making it a healthy lifestyle, healthy mentality.
Positive impact.
Your impact is so significant in this community, and we're so excited to have found you and been able to build a relationship with you guys. And
we're excited to find you guys. And it's funny growing up too. Chris has taught me a lot throughout my life. Growing up too, I wasn't taught a lot about giving back. I don't know if it was just that time, or my parents didn't really teach me to give back and donate, or if you see somebody in the street, to give them money. And I think that's why I'm so focused now on I just want to help people. I just want to help. I want to give back. So every quarter we choose, a nonprofit, or just anything. Like our teddy bears are going to Shriners in November.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yes.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit more about your teddy bear thing.
So the teddy bears.
How did that start? Where did that come from?
So that actually started because I actually originally wanted to donate them. I think it's to Consumed Fire. They do all the whole area, I think.
CSD is
they take the teddy bears on the ambulance and the fire trucks for kids that have had trauma or they're hurt, so they can show them, where do you hurt? Show me on the bear. So we originally wanted to donate to that, but I think because of COVID, they said they weren't doing that, so we decided to do it for Shriners. And that's when Brittany, you reached out and was telling me about this event you guys have, this fall event, and it's going to the Firefighters Burn Institute.
Yeah.
So,
Connected to Shriners.
And then I saw the both of you and Leanne, and you guys have your, your business, and so I thought this is really cool. This is where I want our donation to go to, because this kind of all ties in together.
Odd thing for sure.
Yeah, and we're kind of on the same track. We want to start giving back every year. So we're okay, every year let's pick a charity. We'll throw a big event, fundraise, do a big fundraiser. Hopefully we can make this a long-term thing, because really giving back feels good. It feels good. You can help everyone. People, it's very rewarding to be able to have a cause behind everything you do.
It is.
And not like a selfish cause, like, oh, you know, like it's to help other people. It makes you.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. And I think it really opens eyes in the community too, you know, and you get to know everybody else in the community and their businesses.
Yeah.
And I think it makes a great connections. And then, you know, the more people, better.
Yeah.
And we want to do business with people
who are like-minded.
Us, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Like-minded.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yes.
Yeah. So we want to get behind your causes as much as you guys want to get behind ours.
Yeah.
Support business between each other and all that.
Yeah. And that's why I thought choosing you guys for the donating to the Burn Institute. We're excited to do that.
So you're doing the teddy.
All of us girls we're excited. I don't know if Chris is excited, but all of us girls were like, oh, you're not going to dress up, Chris.
We'll make sure we have time, Chris.
You can dress up, but we're like, what are we going to wear? We're all excited. So
we're super excited. So for your teddy bears, though, you are doing this all through October.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're collecting any new teddy bears. It can be any kind of teddy bear.
Okay.
So we're going to take them to Shriners on November 3rd. We have a date.
November 3rd. You're bringing them to Shriners.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
To fill up 2 cars and take it over there, and you know.
Oh my gosh, we got to be able to do more than 2 cars.
I know. I was talking. I was thinking about earlier. I'm like, I wish I could just get a fire truck to. Like, help.
Let's do it.
That'd be cool.
Well, Brittany has a network.
We have some connections. We'll see if we can have a department, any local departments willing to send over. Yeah, or even just come to your location, Total Sculpting, right by Target on Laguna, and you know, make an appearance and take some pictures with some teddy bears so we can get the word out there, because that's really awareness is number one. You know,
and I know Shriners, they have a burn unit there for kids,
and that's the Firefighters Burn Institute. We are supporting that organization this year for our charity, for our fall charity event, and so their resources are in connection with the Shriners for children that are severely burned, and then UC Davis is where the adults are housed. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, guys.
Yeah.
Can't wait till the 21st. It's going to be a great time.
I know.
And thank you for your donation. We are so grateful.
You're so welcome. Thank you. We're happy to help.
It's going toward something that's amazing. So it's not
we're
in vain.
Happy to help.
we're our goal, you know, is $25,000. I've been saying like 30. I've been pushing it up. I'm like, okay, we're
gonna do it.
$30,000.
$30,000.
And your $1,000 that you donated today is gonna, you know, makes us one step closer to that goal, and I'm so excited.
Yes.
So stay tuned to see how much, if we meet our goal or not.
Is, 24 more people, right?
Right. Yeah.
Or 29.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. So we're
on, guys.
Yep.
Some big donors. Thank you so much for Leanne Slaton and Brittany Davis. We're here with Jill and Chris Dim at Total Sculpting in Elk Grove, and we are Sisters Selling Houses.
Sisters Selling Houses.